Hi guys, it's Taylor and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the food I'm bringing with me for the first couple days on trail. Now I just want to put it out there that I am not an experienced backpacker. I've never gone on multi-day hikes more than 2 days before, so I don't know if these food choices are perfect, but I plan on eating this for the first couple days and learning as I go. So with that being said, I got everything laid out behind me and I will give you an in-depth look onto what I'm bringing. So I've had so much fun picking and choosing what foods I'm going to be bringing with me on the Appalachian Trail. I've put all these foods to the test. They're all foods I enjoy eating. I've been bringing like North sides for lunch at work and trying different snacks I've never heard of that I've ordered off of Amazon, and everything is pretty good. I'm very comfortable with my food choices. So enough talking. Here is all my food laid out that I am going to be starting the trail with. I plan on eating a huge breakfast before I start the approach trail. So that is why you don't see as much food on the first day, because I will start the trail with a lot of calories already in my stomach. So to start, I got these little smoothies off of Amazon, full of protein, full of fruits. Kelly thinks they smell good. And there's just a lot of good stuff in it, and I love smoothies. They make me feel really good while I'm hiking, and so I can eat this while I walk and just squeeze a little bit into my mouth as I go. So this is what I'm starting a lot of days with. And then to go on the day, I have a lot of smaller little bars and snacks that will fit into my hip belt pocket for easy access. I figured the first day I can take it a little slow and stop and have a warm lunch. So this won't be typical for me, but I figured the first day I will experience a warm lunch. A couple more little snacks that are easy to fit in my hip belt. I got these protein cookies off of Amazon. So good, lots of protein, lots of calories, and I can also save this for after dinner and treat it like a dessert. And speaking of dinner, I got a typical Knorr rice side and my favorite Little Frank's hot sauce single serving packets. I am so addicted to Frank's, and my brother and his wife got me 200 of these little bad boys for Christmas. So they are going in every single resupply package. So rice for dinner. And now I learned that if I make Knorr sides, they can come up a little watery. So I can also add a little bit of mashed potatoes to kind of thicken it up and make it a little more creamy and not watery. So that is my first day on trail. My second day on trail will be a full day. So I am waking up, eating a breakfast essentials, having another smoothie, and another few bars to get me through the day. Little small snacks. These Kai's bars I've never really heard of, but I picked them up at Walmart and I like what they are made of. More small things for my hip belt, another protein cookie, and then a different type of dinner. I got these on Amazon as well, cheesy lasagna. I can add hot sauce to that. And I also got these little olive oil sample size packets from, I don't know, like a race or some sample thing. I've had these in my cupboard for a while. I'm not going to go into day 3 because it's almost the same minus the smoothie. I will try to eat the smoothies in the beginning of the resupply because they do weigh more. So the quicker I can eat those, the lighter my food bag will weigh. So as you can see, day 2 and 3 are the same. And then my last day is a little shorter because this will probably be the day I get into mountain crossings and can get food there. So I have the same breakfast bars and breakfast essentials. I have a ramen that I can cook up for lunch if I want to take it easy that day. Couple little hip belt snacks and a protein cookie to get my protein in, and then hopefully get a frozen pizza when I get to mountain crossings. This is food I can eat for lunch when I'm not cooking ramen. I got little Jif to goes with peanut butter, and there are 3 wheat tortillas in there. I will try to pick up mini jelly packets that you get kind of like on the table at breakfast restaurants to go with the peanut butter, but if not, I have a bunch of these mini honeys that I can make honey and peanut butter tortillas. Of course, I will be bringing Noon to keep me hydrated, keep me full of electrolytes and vitamins. This has about 10. I don't know how much Noon I'll be drinking, but this will be plenty for 1 resupply. So these items right here are kind of items that I plan to last me the whole resupply and to just kind of eat when I need to. I can put this into a Ziploc bag and add a little every time I make ramen or a north side. I definitely won't be using the whole packet at one time. And then these 2, something sweet, something chocolatey, I got the ones with resealable bags. So I don't have to put them into Ziplocs. I can just eat little Starbursts or M&Ms when I'm craving them to get extra calories. And then freeze-dried fruit I can eat whenever I'm craving that. Probably on days that I'm not drinking smoothies. So these are lighter. I can probably keep them in my food bag a little longer and then eat those towards the end. So that is everything I have going in my food bag to start. So now I'm going to take all my food and put it in my food bag. I know a lot of people like to break up their food in Ziploc bags by day. I think I'm going to prefer to break them up by kind of like meals and then the times of the day I'm going to eat them. So put all my breakfast foods in one bag, snacks, dinners, etc. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to weigh it and see how much my food weighs for about 3 to 4 days. I mentioned this before, but I am using AC to Summit bag as my food bag, and I have a scale right here. A lot of people recommend I do it on a hard surface, which is great advice, so I'm going to find a table to do this on. Alright, I got my scale zeroed out. I'll see if my food bag fits on it. £8, 8.6 ounces. That is a lot of food. Jeez, I did not think it was gonna weigh that much. Here are some changes I made in the last couple minutes to try to lighten up that food bag a little bit. I took my 2 packages of sweets and put them into Ziploc bags. And this is probably only like 3/4 of what the main bag was. So bringing a little less Starbursts, a little less peanut butter M&Ms. Instead of 2 bags of dried fruit, I am switching it to just 1 bag. My Noon tablets, I am only bringing half the tube, and I labeled it so I knew what flavor it was. Instead of the huge bag of instant mashed potatoes, I took a little bit out and put it in a Ziploc bag. That went from 8 ounces of mashed potatoes to only 2 ounces, which I think will be just enough. And then I decided not to bring this. I'll save it for a later resupply box. I'm also taking away a ramen and a Frank's because I figured on the 3rd day I can just eat my 3rd peanut butter and honey wrap. So I don't need this because I had enough wraps to begin with. So I'm gonna weigh it again and see how much those changes cost. So already without weighing it, I know it's a lot smaller because I was able to roll this down a couple more times than I previously could have. And I think these giant bags played a good role in that. So I'm happy with my decision to put them into Ziploc bags. I will weigh it again. And now it's 1 pound lighter, so I am much more happier with that weight. So everyone says 2 pounds of food per day is average. So 7 pounds brings me right to 3.5 days of food, which I think is perfect for starting the trail with. I picture myself hiking between 10 and 15 miles a day to start, and that's being very conservative. I always hike big mile days, and I think I'll be perfectly fine hiking 15 miles a day to start the trail with. So I am happy with this food. I heard someone give good advice to always eat your favorite thing first. So that's how I'm gonna go about picking what item I'm gonna eat when, because I always want to make sure I'm happy and I'm eating the food that I like. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this. I'm so happy I have this packed, and I probably won't open it again until I get on trail, which is really exciting. I'm shipping my stuff down to Georgia instead of bringing it with me on the plane. I don't know why I came up with that decision, but I think that's just gonna work. It'll keep my bag safe and hopefully it doesn't get lost. So I don't know if I'm gonna make another video before I hit the trail. If you have any last minute recommendations on what you want me to cover before I start hiking, please leave them in the comments, because I'm open to making another video. I think making these videos are so fun. But other than that, I think I'm gonna start vlogging from the trail next. And that's so crazy to say. I start the trail in 16 days. I went outside in my backyard this morning and took a fun little Instagram picture. Here it is. Follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more there than I do on YouTube. If you want to keep up with my day-to-day life preparing for the trail, everything will be on there. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button, hitting the bell so you know when I post a video, because you won't want to miss my trail vlogs. I'm so excited to make them. I've been waiting like a year for this. So with all that said, I will see you in my next one.